308 is a very popular battle rifle. It's really powerful, has a really long range. The bullet weight is excellent ballistically for combat situations, for self-defense situations. And many people prefer a 308 over your standard 5.56 or 223 and even your 7.62 by 39 AK round. The big issue for me has always been to find a suitable load-bearing system, because the ammunition's heavier, the rifle is heavier. I've just recently picked up a US Grunt Gear EMS Tac Vest for my 308, and it's just an incredible addition to my 308 setup. Now, EMS stands for Elite Modular Split, and that means that you can open up this with comfort, and yet everything is very modular. Now, to give you kind of an outside view, you can see where the mag pouches are pulled around. Really nice heavy straps. I'm going to give you a little bit better look in just a second. But I love the open design of these pouches, and to be able to keep them from being retained and hidden and hard to get to, you can really get to these quickly. Using this kind of stuff for 308 mags, this is ridiculous. And with the new advent, especially the AR-10s, the FNFAL, the M14, this is really what this vest is made for. I actually had this specially made for these H&K Set Me mags. But I want to go over some of the specific features here with the open pouch system. And one of the things that's inherent about an H&K, and this is a Set Me mag, is this lip just causes a lot of problems. With the FNFAL mags and the new, especially the P mags, the 308 P mags, this is a really great slide-in system. And he has built this around with a closed foam pad behind here, very small, that gives some cushioning, but it also retains the mag very well. A nice wide strap of webbing that goes down the front of each of these, and it's a semi-rigid type setup. So you have rigidity, but yet you do have some give as well, so it keeps it comfortable. Of course, the PALS webbing on the front, all the way back. It's a 6 mag pouch, 3 on one side, and then of course we have 3 on the other. But this makes this very comfortable on the body, and with the wide straps here, it evenly distributes the weight onto your body. Now, the zipper system itself has a nice Velcro security strap here to keep your zipper from coming undone. This came with the paracord pull. Very heavy duty, nice zipper system. Now, nice touches like this are just a trademark of what Robert does. Everything reinforced. If you can see right here at the corners, he has webbing that's pulled up. It's been double stitched. The material itself is really high density ballistic Cordura and very strong. Now, here we have a sternum strap here, Fastex buckle. Everything is fully adjustable. And the good thing too, these are also removable. If you don't want a sternum strap, these are feathered in to a MOLLE system, and they pull right out. So you can really set this vest up exactly how you want to have it set up. Very nice and wide, as I was talking about before, but that has MOLLE webbing all the way down. So you can put different tools, maybe your combat knife, different things all along this down here on both sides. Does have a tube here, and this is elastic for either for your communications or for your water bladder hose. There's also a D-ring here. This is a metal D-ring made to just contain any kind of wire or hose that might be coming down. Has larger, wider webbing right here at the top on both sides. Now, here you're going to notice that these panels are actually removable. This is Velcroed in right here, and then it comes right through the split ring. So you can actually remove this altogether. Here, we also have Velcro that attaches this together. But that makes this fully adjustable. I can turn this and bring this down to here. I can bring the straps all the way down to here. This will fit a number of different people, and the adjustments are just incredible. The MOLLE webbing or PALS webbing all the way up the back. Look at the heavy-duty stitching that goes into this. This is really going to secure your gear onto your platform. This is made really to house a water bladder pouch. And then as we come up, we have a nice hook and loop field to be able to put an identification patch on here or whatever you want to. And then we have a really solid grab handle. Again, highly stitched. Even this area here, these are stitched in. goes out to the wide webbing at the end to really secure this with that boxed webbing. And then it's also stitched in to your strap. Of course, this hook and loop field actually goes over your straps to even give more reinforcement. It comes down here to give you a nice area for your neck. Here we have another look at the buckle system, and this, of course, as you can see, is going to be very adjustable. The vest itself rides, it rides really nice, very comfortable. You can remove this chest strap all the way if you'd like, according to the type of situation you're in. And of course, this system here, when you're resting, you can actually just undo this, especially in hot or humid climates where you really need a little bit of air. You can pull this out without taking it all the way off. I can take my belt off. How easy this is to take off. I have some vests that I have to go through an act of Congress to get on. And if you've ever been in that situation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this system is easy just to flip on and flip around, even without the Infidel war belt. Zipper's solid. Everything comes together. Of course, you can put attachments here all along the front with the moly webbing. Here, and of course I've already shown it on the back. He does use a lot of metal in his buckle system if it's a really important spot. Right here in this adjustment, this is a metal ring to be able to pull this through, and again, metal here. Your Fastex buckles, those things are great anyway. He uses very high quality. This is very easily adjustable as well. For around the waist, here are your adjustments here on both sides. The points that the Infidel war belt have are 4, 2 along the front and then 2 along the back panel. This is going to give you an idea of the workmanship that's going on in the back of this panel. And you can see the double stitching all the way through to keep this really secure. Also, where your magazines are, the small closed foam is right here. It's going to give you some cushion effect as well as retain the magazines. Even right here in these sides, this is closed foam all in this area right here. Carrying 308 anyway, it's going to be heavy. This is really going to give you a substantial platform to put your magazines and all your load-bearing equipment. As you can see, the multicam, it also comes in black and in a coyote color, which is about this color here. He does offer this in a small, a medium, and a large, and if you go to his website, he'll have the different weights on which one's the best right for you, the right fit for you. This particular one is a large, and it is really ample to be able to fit a lot of different body sizes. The real secret to the Elite Modular Split are these panels. And these are replacement panels that you can fit onto this existing system. What I can do here is to go ahead and remove the 308 panels and then be able to put other different type pouches right here. Whether I want to do a whole pistol setup or I want to change to my AR-15. And all I've got to do is just unstrap here, put my straps in here, and I'm ready to go. Now all of these little hooks down here at the bottom are going to be able to add, like I've said, this Infidel war belt, which this is sold separately, and I want to highly recommend this belt on its own. I've used this for a lot of different competitions and a lot of different running guns, and it's such a comfortable system to wear just by itself. But it does get your holster, it gets your pouches and everything on here and gets it off of your vest. Good. The Infidel war belt is a padded war belt, and I've done a review on this. It's just an excellent belt. I've had one of these for a couple of years now, and I just really love using this, especially on really hot days or when I have certain things going on. I just want to go light. I can put my AR mags on here, I can put 308 mags on here, pistol mags, my holster. It's just a lot of different things, and it does have this integral Velcro system inside. So you run this belt, this inner belt, in through your belt loops, and then you can just pull the Infidel war belt off if you want it, or put it back on. To be honest with you, I've worn these all day long and hadn't even considered taking it off, because it just is a nice, comfortable fit because of the padding. But it does give you a lot of options. This has the large Fastex buckle. You can get Cobra buckles. That is an option on his website. To be honest with you, I've always considered that Robert is the Maxpedition of the tactical gear market. He makes some of the most just extreme, durable, comfortable vest systems out there. Of course, he sent me a nice shirt to be able to model this vest in, which I really like, and it really gives a good contrast. You can really see how the vest itself looks. The quality touches that Robert does on his gear and at US Grunt Gear really is seen throughout everything that he does. He's a Grandmaster IPSC 3-gun match shooter. He does all kind of different competitions. He was a former U.S. Marine, and he's down in South Florida, which is probably a war zone in itself. But he is really incredible. He knows what the guys want. He tests a lot of his gear overseas, sends a lot of gear over into Afghanistan, and has done in Iraq before, even with contractors. And they test the gear and they give him a lot of feedback. So that goes into a lot of what he designs. So you can really count on this gear holding up in the long run. So go to usgruntgear.com, check out all of his different items, all the different load-bearing vests, battle belts, different type pouches, you name it. Robert is putting out a great line of products. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. There's 100 yards with a set me iron sights. Make sure you strap that down. And these panels are actually removable, aren't they? Yeah, they are removable.